Seremban is a city and the capital of Negeri Sembilan, Malaysia. It is one of the 7 districts in Negeri Sembilan. The city administration is run by the Seremban City Council. Seremban is originally known as Sungai Ujong and has existed since the 14th century. According to history, this building was built in 1912 when the British arrived in Malaya, along with the Seremban Secretariat building, which also used to function as Seremban Library. This building was built by a British engineer named Arthur Benison Hubbard with the cooperation of the Kementerian Kerja Raya. This building was gazetted under the National Heritage Act 2005, Act 645, since the Benda Purba Act was repealed. In 2006, this building was gazetted as a heritage building. According to bahagian Urusitian Pembangunan Jabatan Museum Negeri Sembilan, bangunan Pejabat Daerah dan Jabatan Ukur Seremban was designed in Neo-Renaissance architectural style by Arthur Benison Hubbard, an English architect and a soldier who designed several important buildings in British Malaya. The exterior and the interior design approach was mostly based on Roman architecture. The facade and the other key features in the building that are symmetrical and the rhythm of the components are defining features of the Renaissance architecture. The most crucial markers are the roof and the facade. The buildings have the round arches, pediments, and columns. The plan is mirrored by 2 axes at the center axis, both horizontally and vertically. The exterior elevations of the building is symmetrical and bilaterally mirrored. The facade is simple and orderly repetitive rhythm. The design repeating of the element of the columns, arches, windows, and balustrades. The facade generally comes with the decoration of the pediments and so on, followed by the establishment, capitals, and the columns. The facade of the Bangunan Kraftangan also attractive and complement with the repetitions of rectangular plasterwork. Basically, the building is based on concrete materials and contains a total number of 22 Tuscan rectangular columns and a 76 circular column imported from abroad during British era. Like most other colonial administration buildings, the construction of bangunan Pejabat Daerah dan Jabatan Ukur uses building structures such as brick, concrete, and wood as the main construction material. It features colonial architecture with 2 levels of height using red bricks and floors on the upper level using timber finishes. Generally, reinforced cement concrete (RCC) is chosen as the material for structural element. The original wooden floor is still in use and has been polished. Construction materials made of wood are used in the roof structure, upper floor, and the roof frame components of this building. The floor system used for the first floor is by using the rolled steel joint with hardwood timber joists and finishes with timber floorboard. This building used load-bearing wall to strengthen the building because the bricks used were good and high quality. Building materials made of wood are used in the roof structure, the floor, on the upper floor window and door frame, and the partition wall in the upper level building. The roof structure uses a common frame system that is used on Limas roof. The construction of this building was done very meticulously. Because of that, this building remains firm and strong even though it is approximately 111 years old. In addition, even though Japan controlled Malaya in 1941, the design of the building did not undergo any changes during the reign of era until Malaya achieved independence in 1957. From the verse above, Allah utilizes the word sakhara, which is subduing in this passage, instructing us to use reason when making use of the sun, the moon, and the other natural occurrences that occur at night and during the day, as well as the sun and the moon. Thus, as a favor for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to mankind, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has conquered the sun and the moon, enabling them to continuously move on a circular axis, providing light and darkness that is good for living beings. It is clear from the 2 verses above that the sun and the moon were made in order to meet human needs for daily existence. This building opening position were carefully considered so that it would have adequate sunlight and good air ventilation for the occupants. The type of glass used for the windows also contribute to reducing the amount of heat that comes into the structure directly from the sun. The number of windows that open in this structure contributes to the decrease in the amount of artificial lighting utilized inside, especially during daytime hours. The amount of light that enters the building is sufficient to keep the inside of the building bright. One of the most crucial factors to take into the account while building a structure is proper air ventilation. Additionally, the quantity of openings used in this building contributes to providing optimum ventilation inside of the building, especially when air conditioning is not being used. The placement of the opening that has been installed in this building allowed for good air circulation.